Okay, it'll be out soon, man. In battle rap, it's a lot of stuff I do want to comment because this is like I want to jump. I jump in on Twitter. I jump in on TikTok. People just don't understand who's talking. So yes, let's just talk about this in battle rap. I do want to talk about this subject. There is a rapper, and I don't watch too much battle rap anymore, but there's a rapper called Official, and she was going up against Coffee Brown, and we gonna check out what happened when she went up against Coffee Brown, family. I'm glad that there's women out there battle rapping. So just say that, okay? I'm glad there's women out there battle rapping. There's something for them too, man. And there was a comment below. She said something about her mom, her dead mom.
Respect. Bringing up my baby daddy should have tried DNA another too. Buster. Cause I could dead ass be a motherfucker and tell your dead DNA ass motherfucker.
That was a bar though. She went, straight up on him, man. Straight up on him. Dang, leg drop. Got blah blah. WWE in this joint. Nah, Josh, let her out there. I mean, she went straight at her. And it's a conversation. And I've already talked about this on the King Out Long show, but on this show, you guys get to hear more what a tweet is. You know what I mean? You get to hear it. You get to hear the real. And you get to hear expounded opinions about this, man. You guys let me know in the comments below. So, the comment is, I guess the conversation is, her mom is not with us no more. Rest in peace to her moms. So the conversation is in battle rap. Is that's off limits. The dead should be off limits. And I've already said this once, and I'm gonna just say it again. I dropped it in that tweet or a neighboring tweet, and this is different, right? For when we came up battling, and I don't know. I've already broke down. Yes, would I like to say I had one of the best battles in the United States ever? Yeah, I have, but I'll tell that story one day. So, battling is different. This is battle rap, right? But in battle rap, they say everything. They say everything that we used to say when we were battling somebody, or we had beef with somebody and we was in a rap battle. When we had beef and we were dropping mixtapes and dropping songs. And I talked about that a couple of videos ago. I forgot whose diss it was, but I just telling you how I did skits about the dude. I had a couple of songs about the dude. I put it on the mixtape. I handed out the mixtape. I was playing the songs, riding by his high school. That's high school stuff. But look, but I've heard it all. Okay, I've heard it all. And again, I keep explaining this about battle rap. I've heard it all, man. Your dad this, your sister that, your brother that, your mother that. I'm gonna do this to your mother. I'm gonna shoot your boys up, dig them up, slap them up, put them back in the ground. Urinate on the mouth, okay. Then dig them back up again. I'm gonna take them to, like, you know what I mean. Your car whack, da 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 da. I'm just sorry. I'm just kind of. That's why, you know what I mean? That's why I don't get, like, your people drop trolling comments. I'm like, man. All right, dude. I done heard worse than that, man. I've been in New York. When I was in New York at Sony, I heard dudes said they was gonna rob me to my face. You know what I mean? Just like, what? As I'm just walking down the street. I don't know these dudes. Don't know these dudes at all. They just having their own private conversation. I'm just walking to go to 42nd Street to catch the train. Like, yeah, this dude right here, we were usually robbed. I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, man, I've heard a lot. So there's no rules in battle rap. I'm sorry. There's no rules in battle rap. You know what I mean? Unless they set rules for this particular battle rap. This is a league. But even then, I've heard them say a lot. I've grown up on Charlie Clips and the Murder Mooks and Ines, you know what I mean? A lot of great battle rappers, freaking Cassidy, right? A lot of great battle rap, man. There's no rules in battle rap, man. All right, there's no rules in battle rap. I'm just sorry. There's no rules in battle rap. You just gotta come back harder with something else, maybe with this type of battle rap, you gotta dig up, you gotta have enough dirt, you gotta assume that she's gonna talk about your mother who's no longer here. You gotta not let that bother you. As I've said this once before, I'll say it again, kids. You gotta not let that bother you. All right. And you got to stay the course. All right. And then keep going. Now, I don't know if I can bring it up, but I do want to bring that up. Let me take this little screen off here. I do want to bring that up because we do know when they had the versus battle, and I'm not going to lie. When Jeezy and Gucci Mane versus battle at Magic City, I just couldn't believe it, man. I was looking at it on my phone, I think, and I just couldn't believe that was happening. I couldn't believe that was happening. It was just, and then Gucci Mane did the diss song. Like, he could have did you know how many songs Gucci Mane did? You know how many? I remember I went to a strip club one time in North Carolina with my boys in college. And the strip club, all they played was Gucci Mane. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what the hell? They played nothing but Gucci Mane the whole time. All right, that's how many songs Gucci got. Okay? So this was back then, way back then. So I'm like, you know how many songs Gucci got? And he just still did the song that he dissed Young Jeezy, and he talked about shooting his homeboy, and he can dig him up. Man, it was like my spirit was leaving my body at that point. I was like, something about to happen. Something is about to happen. And Jeezy just stood there, and I was like, that's crazy. That's crazy. You know what I mean? And that's not even a battle rap. They were just doing verses. Like, you know what I mean, for fun. You know what I mean? They got paid, but they were just doing verses. But I was just like, man, you know what I mean? So in battle rap, there are no rules, man. There are no rules, man. And, you know, it just, you know, battle rap league. Let's just say that. I want to section it off. This is a battle rap league. And then there's rap beef that people, you know, Drake and Kendrick, right? That's rap beef. That's a rap battle beef, all right? So, you know, which was great, all right? The songs they dropped was historic. But again, like I said for Drake, there are no rules. There are no rules. It doesn't matter if I call you a PDF. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I call your dad one. It don't matter. There are no rules. So Drake, yes, he's a bitch ass move for him doing that. Now, whatever he's talking about, you know, I guess he's not trying to take the L, okay? Because he's talking about some streaming stuff, and then he gets his lawyer tossed the PDF in there. Whatever. There are no rules in battle rap, right? So it's just whoever can say it the most clever way. Hopefully you can find some news and let everybody else know, like Pusha T did with a Hidden Baby. If not, you can make some stuff up. All right? And if the bars is great, then that's what it is. You know, you're getting the bars off. So there are no rules in battle rap. I will say that. So, you know, shouts out to these young ladies out there that's in battle rap, Official and Coffee Brown. You know, if, you know, I don't like, and that's why I don't like it. I don't like them fighting. You know what I mean? If this is a rap beef, okay, I approve fighting. But I don't like, who did that? Serious Jones or Math Hoffa, right? Math Hoffa was the one that was the first to throw a punch in a battle rap. So I don't like that. Cause it's like, y'all, man, you know what the assignment is. We're gonna say whatever. And yeah, you could not like the person, but we're gonna say whatever on this stage. It's what we came to do. So I don't like this. I don't condone this. Now, if it was out in the streets and y'all just, you know what I mean, that's different. That's just different. I'm just sorry. Y'all got records and stuff, and you see the girl, it's on site type of thing. All right, that's cool. Glorilla, see Mariah the Scientist. Yeah. All right, that's cool. You know what I mean? That's real, whatever. All right, it's real stuff. But here it's like your job is to, you know, have the best bars and, you know, say whatever. It's supposed to be the raw. This is the rawest form of hip hop, right? This battle rap league, right, as I'm calling it. This is the rawest form of hip hop because it's just, and it's crazy too. It's not like how we did it back in the day. You know what I mean? Back in the day, either we was, you know, we would spit out some rhymes that we, you know, that was dope, and the other person would spit some rhymes that they wrote that was dope. It wasn't even directed towards each other. And that's how we would call it in a battle. Like, oh man, those rhymes was dope. Those rhymes was dope. What he said about, you know, Miracle Whips in a car or something like that. Oh shoot, inside peanut butter guts, right? Oh man, his verse is better than that. You were really battling verses, right? You were battling verses. And then, you know, if you had beef with somebody and you met up, you know what I mean? Y'all, you know, maybe battle each other. All right. But then they created this whole rap battle league. It was like, oh yeah, you know, let's just, some of this beef is manufactured. Like, oh man, you know, this dude is not that good. He ain't good like me. And, you know, and then they just started battling verses, and it's tough. I'm not gonna lie. I think Jadakiss spoke about it too. This is not the same as us back in the day, just rapping bars and stuff. And I'm talking about somebody who had one of the greatest rap battles that lasted, I think 3 hours that I did. And I'm just, you know, I had a 3 hour long rap battle. But, you know, it's just this, but that was then though. I know, you know, I don't think then, you know, maybe I could have done it. If I was that young, maybe I could have done it like this, but those were just a bunch of different verses. Just a bunch of different verses that I accumulated over the years. And I just kept going. I just kept spitting out different verses. And so I get it, but it's just the way they do this. Yeah, it's 3 verses, but damn, the verse each round, I feel like is damn near, you know, maybe a whole song. You know what I mean? I feel like you're doing 3 songs worth of verses. That's what it feel like to me. It just feels like a lot of writing. Like, man, I'm gonna remember all of that. And that's my thing. I feel like I'm not gonna remember all of that. You know, and then you gotta add your little mannerisms. You know what I mean? And then he walked down the street to go get some cheese. You know? So, I mean, yeah, man. I mean, I love battle rap though, but you know, I still get people time to time send me some battle raps. They'll send me some, you know, rest in peace to my brother. He used to send me some. I'm like, oh, okay. I'll check it out. So I still get people they know. You know what I mean? The pen is always there, but they'll still, you know, oh, yo, check this out. You seen this? I'm like, nah, man, but you know, I'll check it out. So, not that I'm, you know, the greatest rapper in the world. I'm not, but you know, my battle record was 20-1, and the 1 is still questionable. You know what I mean? I feel like Drake when it came to the 1, you know. But it's all good, man. I should be Money Mayweather. It's all good, man. So let me know in the comments below when it comes to this. Should battle rap have rules?